let's talk about the greatest second act in business history. Seriously, we're going to dive into the incredible story of how Microsoft, a company most people had written off as a relic, completely reinvented itself to become a $3 trillion powerhouse, leading the AI revolution. Let's get right into it.
So if you rewind the clock just over a decade, things were looking, well, pretty grim for Microsoft. The company had missed pretty much every major tech trend. It missed the internet, it missed search, it missed social media, and maybe most catastrophically, it completely missed mobile. The consensus was Microsoft was the next IBM, just another fading giant.
And you can see it right here in the numbers. For 13 straight years, Microsoft's stock price went absolutely nowhere. It was just flat, especially when you look at it next to rivals like Apple and Google, who were just soaring. But this wasn't just a Wall Street problem. It was a crisis inside the company. All of their best, most talented engineers, they were leaving, heading to more innovative companies. Microsoft was experiencing a serious brain drain.
I mean, if you want a perfect snapshot of the mindset at the time, look no further than this infamous quote from the CEO, Steve Ballmer, "No chance." Wow. That dismissive attitude is exactly why Microsoft just completely whiffed on the entire smartphone revolution. It was a strategic failure of truly historic proportions. So the big question is, how did a company that practically defined the tech world get it so wrong? Well, to understand the fall, you first have to understand the rise. You see, the roots of Microsoft's stagnation were actually tangled up in the very things that made it so powerful in the first place. You know, the whole company basically started with a bluff. In 1975, Bill Gates and Paul Allen called up the maker of an early PC and told them they had software for it, when in reality they had absolutely nothing. They scrambled for 8 weeks, built it from scratch, and it actually worked. But the real game changer, the move that set everything in motion, was the 1980 deal with IBM. That paved the way for Windows 95 to become a global phenomenon. The absolute genius of that IBM deal came down to this. IBM and Microsoft saw the world in two completely different ways. IBM was a hardware behemoth. To them, the physical machine was king. That was the prize. So they let Microsoft keep the rights to license its operating system to other computer makers. But Gates and Allen, they saw the future differently. They knew the real power, and the real money wasn't in the box. It was in the software running on it.
And boy, were they right. That single insight led to one of the most powerful monopolies ever. Think about it. The combination of Windows and the Office suite, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, it created this digital fortress. Everyone used it because, well, everyone else used it. But, and this is a big but, that dominance came with a price. Their aggressive tactics led to a massive, years-long antitrust lawsuit that really hobbled the company. It made them cautious and slow, right at the moment the world was speeding up.
And that brings us to the turning point. February 2014, the board makes a surprising choice. They pick an insider, a quiet engineer named Satya Nadella, to be the new CEO. He was about to change everything, and he started not with products, but with the company's culture. So Nadella's very first move wasn't about a new gadget or a big reorg. It was all about culture. He actually sent his senior leadership team a book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. The message was crystal clear. Microsoft's sharp-elbowed, internally competitive, know-it-all culture was toxic, and it was holding them back. It needed to be replaced with a learn-it-all mindset, one that celebrated curiosity and learning from failure instead of just trying to be the smartest person in the room. Nadella understood a really deep truth about the tech world. As he put it, our industry does not respect tradition, it only respects innovation. Any new strategy was doomed to fail if he didn't first fix the company's DNA. This cultural shift, this was the foundation for everything that was about to come. Okay, so with this cultural reset getting underway, Nadella built his new strategy on 3 incredibly powerful pillars. These would completely redefine Microsoft, starting with a massive, all-in bet on the cloud. The biggest bet by far was on Azure, Microsoft's cloud platform. Now, Amazon's AWS had a huge head start, but Nadella played to Microsoft's strengths, leveraging their deep relationships with big companies. And then he started doing things that would have been absolute heresy a few years before, like embracing open-source Linux and even putting Office on iPhones and Androids. The message was, we're here to empower you, not lock you into our world. And you know what? It worked. It worked spectacularly. Azure's market share started growing and growing and growing, cementing its spot as the clear number 2 player in the cloud. Today, it's a business that generates over $100 billion a year. That's not a side project. It's the new engine driving the entire company. But the cloud was just the start. Nadella then used a series of brilliant acquisitions to keep building for the future. In 2016, they spent over $26 billion on LinkedIn, giving them this incredible treasure trove of data about the entire professional world. Then, 2 years later, they bought GitHub for $7.5 billion. This was huge. It put Microsoft right at the very heart of the global software development community, a community, by the way, that they used to treat as the enemy. But the boldest, most forward-thinking bet of them all was the $13 billion investment into a then pretty obscure research lab called OpenAI. This move gave Microsoft a front-row seat to the coming AI revolution. And that partnership, that one bet, led directly to the Copilot revolution we're seeing today. By weaving this incredibly powerful AI directly into the office tools that billions of us use every single day, Microsoft got a massive head start in the race to bring generative AI to businesses everywhere.
So let's just step back for a second. What are the results of this absolutely incredible transformation? And more importantly, what can the rest of us learn from this amazing story of reinvention? The outcome is, it's just staggering. You have a company whose stock was dead in the water for over a decade, and today, it's one of the most valuable corporations in the history of the world, with a market cap of over $3 trillion. Just let that number sink in. You can see this whole shift perfectly just by looking at how their mission statement changed. The old mission was all about their product, a computer on every desk running their software. It was limiting. But the new mission? It's about empowerment. It's so much broader. It's a vision that allows Microsoft to grow into the cloud, into AI, into gaming, and really whatever comes next. So when you really boil it all down, Microsoft's story gives us a powerful playbook for reinvention, and it comes down to 3 key lessons. Number 1, fix the culture before you fix the strategy. Number 2, be willing to make massive, company-defining bets on what's next. And number 3, in the modern world, you don't win by trapping your customers, you win by empowering them. And all this leaves us with one final question to think about. Whether it's for a massive company or just for your own career, what do you think is the single most important ingredient for a truly great second act? You know, that idea of reinvention powered by a new mindset and new skills, it's really the heart of this whole story. And if you're looking to build your own second act by getting skilled up in the very platforms that are defining the future, like Azure, AI, and Power BI, you can check out a whole range of courses over at uplatz.com. Thanks so much for watching.